I'm posting this a little late, and soon I will share my trip to Paris with you. December has been very hectic, and I was sick during my trip to France. So as I recuperate and get ready for the new year, here's some bits from Halloween and another story. Welcome to People, Places, and Pastry. I'm a remote worker that loves to go. I'll take you with me. Here we go. Often the year floats by, and then comes Halloween. Then the rest of the year is a complete blur. And I found that to be true for this year as well. As we get ready for the ghouls as well as the goblins, we'll make fruit rolls, go to lunch, we'll take a walk, and then I'll tell you about a little boy and his wish. I heard from a little boy that has a want. He is infatuated by working with food and learning how to make different types of things. He watches cooking shows and begs his mother to let him help make dinner. He learned how to bake, and that got him very excited. He spends his time experimenting with things that he sees on TV, and he likes to challenge himself. He goes to school and tries to study and get good grades. But his excitement for food is what he tends to focus on. He's not big on his other classes, but he goes and does his best to please his parents. His family is not from the States. He didn't mention where they were from, but he did write that there was a transition going on in his house. His brother and sister were getting ready to change schools, and that was concerning to him. He didn't mention why he was concerned or how old his siblings were, but they were changing schools, and this change was causing him to worry. He was also very concerned about his father. He said his father was not happy about him wanting to cook and bake. He said that in his country, it was not acceptable for a boy to do those things. He fears his father won't let him because he said it was a waste of time. He describes a time when he was younger and he and his siblings would fight. They argued over all sorts of things, but now there was a calm sense in the house. They had grown up and were occupied with new things, and not so much involved in what each other did. They'd become independent and had their own friends and hobbies. Only his hobby was not something that he was able to share. It was something he did on his own. Which sounds okay, but I had the feeling when reading his words that there might be something more underlying. He also mentioned that his mother stayed home most days and she cooked for the family. She only left the house when she took him to and from school or when they went food shopping. His mother was his closest friend. Maybe that's where his love of food came from. I got the impression that he feared his father and was afraid of disappointing his family. They were very strict and had to stick to the family way. On holidays, he spends a lot of time with his mother in the kitchen and she teaches him things. He begs to go shopping with her so he can get new ingredients for things he wants to make, which he calls experiments. But he shies away when his father comes around. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. He drew a family picture of his father, his mother, and himself. The father figure in the drawing is very big and has an open mouth with a lot of words coming out. The mother figure has a small, straight line for a mouth. He drew himself as a boy holding a baking tray in his hand. He wrote that his father didn't understand how boys cook now, and he tries to get him to watch shows on television where the chef is someone who succeeds at work and is looked up to by others. He entered a baking contest at school. He hid what he made in a place where his father wouldn't see. He said he walked to school carrying something that he was very proud of. He had his fingers crossed all day as he went to his classes and tried to focus. There's more to the story coming up, but right now we're going out. The baking contest was really good for him. He said he won second place, and he ran home to tell his mother. He ran in and whispered to his mother that he had won second place. She simply held a finger up to her lips because his father was in the next room. One thing his mother did do was behind that, she smiled a big smile, and he knew this was not the end, and he was not going to give up, and he was going to continue. Here's the address.